So yes, a very warm welcome to everyone for the presentation, and also it's TM India for the first time it's happening, right? So yes, how do I start? I have no idea. I'm going to keep it very casual. So just listen what I'm trying to say. We have a very fantastic team at TomTom. So those people you're seeing wearing black t-shirts, white t-shirts are all our volunteers. By volunteers, I mean they map on OpenStreetMap in their free times, okay? So they are not getting paid for that. So this is also one of the biggest confusion many of them have, that TomTom pays their employee to edit on OpenStreetMap. This people, they do not. This is all in our free time that we do just purely out of our passion. Okay, so thanks guys also for coming, traveling to Nasik from Pune. I know it's a weekend for you, but still they are here and they are doing this every whole year. I think they are doing it. So we invite a lot of students as well to our Pune office, where we host training sessions, knowledge sharing sessions, and we have been doing this since last couple of years now. So okay, I appreciate your presence here, and let's get started for our presentation. Okay, so at TomTom, we believe in this saying that it takes the world to map the world, right? Because not every cartographer sitting in TomTom, working for TomTom, can go and map each and every corner of the city or tiny hamlets around the world. That's where we are working with the OSM communities across the world, right? It's not just limited to India, Asia, or any other region, but this program is a global program for TomTom, where we are supporting communities who are contributing on OpenStreetMap, right? So this is the set of activities that we are doing with the communities when we are working with them. So because TomTom, many of them, I'll give you a brief heads up about also introduction about TomTom. It's a map making company. We make digital maps. I would also say that we were pioneers of digital maps. Even before internet was popular, TomTom used to make offline maps. So we used to have our P&A devices, which was a portable navigation device. People used to mount that device onto their car and then they used to navigate it. They used to use the map, right? So that's the time and that's the era when we started making maps. And even today we are into the digital cockpits, digital cars that have the digital maps into it, right? So we also have our end customers like B2C customers. We also have our B2B customers who are relying on the TomTom maps, right? So now this makes us passionate about maps. We love maps, we love cartography, we love making better maps, we love quality maps, right? That's the reason this passion drives us in supporting OSM community as well. So it was 2017 actually when we started supporting OpenStreetMap community, when Nepal was hit with an earthquake. And when our CEO said, hey guys, let's donate our 2 hours of our 8 hours of job to support Nepal, which has recently impacted with an earthquake. And every one of us from the cartography or from the maps department donated the 2 hours just to support hot OSM projects there. So that's where journey started. It was not really officially OSM partnership that we had with the communities, but it started recently in 2022 onwards. We started using some of the features from OpenStreetMap into our new product. That's where the collaboration with OpenStreetMap community has started, right? So what is exactly that TomTom is doing to support the OpenStreetMap communities, right? So because I said we are passionate about maps, we have a dedicated team who continuously does R&D in identifying which areas in the world needs improvement in OpenStreetMap. There are a lot of quality issues, there are a lot of missing areas which needs to be added, updated, checked, fixed as well, right? So what we do is we have our operations team which is based in Poland. They create these challenges and projects for us on Hot OSM, Tasking Manager, on MapRule. These are our favorite tools that we often use. So we create those projects and challenges and on these tools, and we share these with each and every community in the world. Okay, so we have challenges that are related to maybe building and highway intersection where the two features are intersecting each other, which is creating a quality issue. There are several other examples to that, like building intersection or isolated highways which are not really connected from either of the ends, right? So these are some of the errors that are lying in the database, and TomTom is also supporting fixing those, right? With the help of our engineers, we get this leads, we get this location, and we share this with the community. So while we are sharing this with the community, what happens is, of course, TomTom is also getting a better data, but plus community is also getting benefited out of it, right? So everyone here is getting better and better data. Apart from that, as you also know, we are sponsoring this event. We have been sponsoring such events in the past. In future also we are going to support such open source SOTM like events, so sponsoring and presenting at major OSM conferences. State of the Map Kerala also we have started supporting in India. We would be doing India. They have in future. I would be much more happy to support State of the Map India if they start organizing these conferences. Apart from that, US, Latin America, Europe, yeah, everywhere. FOSS4G is also one of the conferences we have been supporting actively. Krishna has a message for us. Dave, yes. Apart from that, TomTom, we are also hosting our events to encourage collaboration and community building, right? So as I said, at TomTom Pune office, we host monthly 2 mapping parties. One is usually a knowledge sharing session where we teach all the newbies, those who are attending for the first time. We train them, and the second follow-up mapping party is always just a mapping party. Okay, we have food, we have drinks, we have fun together, we discuss about maps, we interact, and then we also fix all these issues that we are working on, right, using MapRoulette. So there are a lot of collaboration events that we are doing, and of course TomTom has played a very vital role in increasing the OpenStreetMap contributors in India. So I think there are almost 2,000 plus new OSM mappers who have joined OSM India as contributors, as volunteers, as supporters and everything, right? Yes, introduce and train new contributors. We have done a lot of university visits. We have a lot of MOUs with universities in Pune. We have recently signed an MOU with Ramakrishna More College in Pune. We are going to sign with Wadia. We are going to sign one with Pune University Geography Department as well. So this is actually our 3rd year where we are doing on-job training program also for the students there in Pune, where students have this credit system into their academics where they have to spend 120 hours at industries. And I think for Pune students or Maharashtra students, TomTom is a very good option. They can come to us. We can have this on-job training program supported for them, where students are actually spending 120 hours learning OpenStreetMap and contributing to the data, right? And our crew team plays a very vital role there in doing the quality fixes, right? Everyone understand that anybody who's a newbie, as a new person, they are very obvious, they can make some mistakes, accidental mistakes, or just despite of a lack of knowledge, they can make some or the other errors, which leads to rise in the error count as well. So we sit to fix those errors as well, right? That again is a MapRoulette task for us, which we do. Apart from that, very proudly, TomTom team is also supporting map editing, validation and quality checks, as I said. So this is also some set of activities that we as volunteers are doing, but I would be also more than happy to join forces with the entire OSM India community. Another example is humanitarian editing support and map inclusiveness efforts. As I said, Nepal is just one example which we started very early. But even today, we have supported Myanmar, which recently was hit with earthquake. Solidarity mapping with Hot OSM, we have also recently supported them. So not just we join mapping forces with humanitarian OpenStreetMap team, but we also support fixing quality issues, right? Whenever there are mapathons with Hot OSM, we also do the recognitions for many of the participants who have done really highest mapping and good quality mapping as well, right? And then yes, events and community collaboration is again the same thing. I won't repeat it in detail. So let's talk about impact. How much impact were TomTom team able to make in last 2025, in the last year, okay? So these are the top 10 most edited countries. Very proud to say India is on top 2. But also something I have to definitely mention here, until H1 of 2025, India was on the top list. It was the top most edited country in the world, which is a very, very proud thing for us. Nigeria has recently took over, but I'm very confident in 2026 we would be again back and leading the editing rank. But of course, I would definitely mention this very clearly, that this is just not about adding feature and having this high numbers. For us, it's more about quality and how much impact are we able to make. Because we know that there are a lot of people, a lot of companies, a lot of mapping clubs, research enthusiasts, PhD people who are relying on OpenStreetMap data, and we have to be careful with the quality, and we should not ruin it with any such efforts, right? So that's the reason. All these edits that you see are with the good quality, good precision, because at TomTom we have always focused on first time right. So whenever students also come, they learn OpenStreetMap, we have always emphasized on first time right. There should be a feature added by you like first time right. It should not happen that you're going and spending another 10 minutes in the next week and fixing the quality of it, right? So that's the message to everyone. So 207 countries so far, they have been collaborated and improved through TomTom generated lead. That's a very big number. And the ranking also, if you see the global ranking, it's really high. And TomTom, again, very proudly, I would like to say that TomTom is the only corporate who is supporting OpenStreetMap community at this level, at this extent. Okay, so yes, 207 countries. Apart from that, 4687 unique OSM community members have collaborated with TomTom. So this is also a very huge impact. And talking about the new OSM contributors, almost 2100. This number actually, all these numbers that you see on the screen, they are very dynamic. They keep on increasing every minute I'm talking to you. So I have my colleagues sitting in Africa, Latin America, Europe. They're doing the same engagement activity. There's one colleague sitting in North America. They're handling these regions. I'm based in Asia Pacific, leading these countries, and these events are running each and every day. So these numbers keep on increasing every time whenever I'm presenting, right? So TomTom welcomes OSM communities globally. As I said, our TomTom offices globally are open. We are hosting map times, we are hosting mapathons, mappy hours in our office as well. There are people like retired individuals also coming in their free time, mapping for their country, mapping for their OSM database and improving. That's Catalyst Group in our Pune office. The girls in yellow t-shirt, if you see, they have also made one very beautiful mobile application using OpenStreetMap, supported by some TomTom APIs as well. So they are detecting garbage, illegal garbage dumping spots wherever they know in Pune. They take an image using that mobile application. The image is very much AI assisted. It detects how much percentage of dry waste, wet waste, type of ingredients the waste has, and they are trying to collaborate also with PMC and other Poonawalla as well. I know the application was ready, but I don't know if they have reached out to PMC and if this has been already in progress. But this was an amazing project. That's our Amsterdam office. These are some youth mappers chapters around the globe where we are been collaborating with them and talking about same program that we have. Okay, some pictures from Pune, Taiwan, South Korea, Thailand, and that's TomTom's voluntary mappers. Pictures that we do every month, mapping parties that we do at our TomTom office. So every team in maps department at TomTom also participates in this. Apart from that, what I would like to mention is these events are not something purely TomTom hosted. These are being hosted by the respective communities. TomTom is just supporting them by sponsoring, maybe if they have some refreshments or some charges if they have booked any office or co-working space for that, so we help them pay the rent, we help them have this refreshments or something like that. So we're just supporting them to lead this program or to drive this mapping parties, right? If you talk about also Nepal, Indonesia, other smaller communities, for us it's really not the fact that no, you're a very small community and we won't support you. It's never like that. No, you're not working on a feature that is not of our interest. Irrespective of any feature, big or smaller community, we have always said yes to support them. And these are, if you see Malaysia, there are just very few mappers in Malaysia. That's my colleague as well, sitting there, Amar. So he is supporting there. He's a local intelligence person, and in every APAC country we have a local intelligence person who is supporting the OSM communities there, right? Because I cannot speak every language, I cannot talk to the communities in every language. So we have our local partners there who are working with them and supporting them. So big or small, irrespective of any feature, we are still working with the communities everywhere. Indonesia, Australia. Australia's very good example I would like to mention here is Western Sydney University. We did couple of events where we did mapping party with GIS students, and luckily in the third year the faculty said, hey TomTom, can we have this OSM editing program ingested into their credit system? So now officially they have a credit where students have to contribute to OpenStreetMap, and why not? This is going to benefit the country, the community as well, right? Students contributing, adding data. So that's one of the very successful stories from Australia. Apart from that, Mapillary is also one of the tools. If you don't know, Mapillary is an application where you can capture the street level imageries. If you're on a bike ride, if you're in a car, you can just mount your mobile mount and you can start capturing street level imageries. So in Taiwan, we actually tried sponsoring one of the highest field data collector. His name is Little BTC, his official name is. So we tried sponsoring his fuel cost for all the contribution he was doing, because we know it's all voluntary, right? He's not going to get paid for all this, but TomTom was happy that he was doing. And of course, it is going to be beneficial for everyone who is relying on the OpenStreetMap database. So these are some of the ways where we are trying to support the communities. Okay, fuel in this case where you're doing drive. TomTom community, we have a dedicated page on Mapillary as well, where TomTom community page is created. So you can also join this, and we have our leaderboard through which we do all this recognition. So if you are doing Mapillary and if you're uploading, just join this community and we would know that, right? So we would appreciate all your efforts as well. These are some pictures. That's actually the TomTom team with all red hat. We look like parrots there, but we loved the session. So we were out in Kamshet. We did some POI collection using every door. We also did some mapillary. That's the same team actually. And these three people are from Nepal. That's Neelabrata actually from West Bengal. He does a lot of field data collection. We also support, by the way, Neelabrata in Delhi and Mumbai, where he does a lot of mapping parties, and Neelabrata as well. So that is, Neelabrata actually doesn't use the safety vest that I've sent him. I don't know where he has saved it, but I'll ask him to put it on next time. That's Indonesia as well. That's our local intelligence team, and they are doing field data collection as well. Talking about events and community encouragement and collaboration that we are doing. So this was not supposed to be, so this is Pune office, right? So these are kind of events that we are doing every month in our local offices. We are training. That's me again in the picture. So I'm just not talking about Pune here. I'm just not talking about India here. Of course, that's one of my favorite parts of the region where I'm based. I would like to definitely work with them. But this program is global program, and we are working in different parts of the world. And this is again the same information. We have collaborated with education, humanitarian and corporate organizations as well. So yes, OpenStreetMap is again very, very helpful. This is actually a picture from our Pune mapping parties that we do, and this picture is from Wadia students who came for the on-job training program. I'm sorry. And so this is where actually the impact was created. When we started in 2024, students' contribution made India the top edited country in the world, right? So in 2025, again, very proudly, I would like to say 5.5 million edits were made by these students. We were supporting them, we were training them, we were mentoring them, but this is the impact, and which is very, very amazing according to me. So across region, they have participated, and of course, this has built a mapping interest also in students. So when students come back to us and they say that, ma'am, it's really surprising that my house was not mapped, or if it is mapped, the name was incorrect, the address was incorrect. Even their favorite restaurant, when they start mapping, they say it was not there, it was missing, right? Many of us, when we start GIS careers, we also, not even GIS careers, but even as a child or even as a kid, we have always explored that some things on the maps are incorrect. And we give somebody a direction that how you can yourself go and fix all those things. It brings a lot of enthusiasm in the students, and they have started exploring different ways, right? So you can see the happy faces. We really have a lot of fun there. So yes, same slide again. These are type of mapping news that I usually post on my LinkedIn profile. So if you're connected to me or any of our crew team members, you will definitely see. As I said, Pune office, we host 2 mapping parties. You are definitely free and open to register for everyone. We do knowledge sharing session as well, plus follow-up is always a mapping party. So you can scan the QR code whenever you see some post coming from any of our TomTomers based in either of Europe, Africa or any region. You can still join these mapping parties. Sponsoring, I won't repeat it again. You know, we are sponsoring this event as well. Likewise, we are there in every other OSM open source conferences in the world. Let's talk about our corporate partnerships that we have. So we have partnered with Microsoft, Meta as well, ISRI as well, where we have been integrating TomTom Map and services with the GIS tools with all these partners, right? Talking about humanitarian partnerships that we have, so we are working with HOT. We are also a partner with HOT. MSF, Doctors Without Borders, we are partnering with them as well. And of course, Youth Mappers is one of our partners where we have been working with a lot of youth mappers across the world and doing mapping collaborations with them as well, right? Recent examples that I gave was of course Myanmar, and there's this Open Her Map. This is a very interesting group. Every lady in the hall would really love to hear about it. This is a women-driven OpenStreetMap girls community, you can say that, and they are just mapping features that are related to women's safety, which can be a rest area, washrooms, and anything that you know can add value to a women's life. Okay, so this is really amazing. Something that's coming up is also a women group that we have recently formulated in Asia. This was again after getting inspired from the Open Mapping Her community, right? So this is women actually. Women in Open Mapping Asia Navigator. So that's the acronym for it. And this is also something coming new in 2026. So if you're really interested, interested in joining the women mapping community in India or in APAC, this is the group. You can join us, represent your country, represent your work, and we would really create an impactful thing there. Solidarity Mapathon was a recent mapathon project that we worked with HOT, where recently earthquakes and a lot of floods happened in APAC. So countries like Indonesia, Sri Lanka were impacted. So we have mapped buildings, we have mapped roads there. So you can see the numbers here, which is really, really impactful, right? So that's the impact we are trying to make by working with the communities. Talking about, I do have time, right? 5 minutes, okay, let me rush. So whenever a country also hosts any sports or cultural event, it's necessary for that country to have its map ready, right? So that's also something where TomTom really helps communities. We work with the communities where these cultural events or these sports events are really hosted in a proper way, because people need to have a good map before all these events, right? So we ensure that these countries have freshest and the most accurate maps before this type of events, right? Talking about educational events, as I mentioned, we are in most of the countries, right? So this trainings related to OpenStreetMap, we are everywhere. India also, you see there are a lot of events happening in APAC as well. Yes, impact. These two slides are very important for me, because this is going to say all about what difference we have made so far. So if you see, I am talking here about building highway intersection errors. So there were almost 157 errors lying in the OpenStreetMap database, almost near to 160K, right? And when we started mapping, this is the entire of 2025, and that's where students' contribution started playing a role. So now when you see at the end of the year, we are almost around 88K. So we have reduced the errors that were lying in the database, right? So which is summing around 44.4% of error reduction in the database, which is very, very impactful. Right, so this is one type of error that I'm just mentioning here. The another type is building and building overlap or intersect, right? So whenever features are intersecting, they create an error, which creates a lot of issues in end product or people who are really relying on this database, right? So now you see there were almost 54K errors in the start of the year, and by the end of the year we are just almost 34K. But still, it is an impact. 62% is the improvement that we have made. But there's still a lot of errors lying in the database. Hence, we need more mappers to join us, attend more mapping parties that we are hosting. We would be co-hosting some with OSM India as well in 2026 now. So across India, we would start one Mappy hour or maybe Mapathon, something like that. But I would encourage everyone to register, participate, and just be part of this mapping drive. TomTom, this is our team, which is also, Salim is part of the engineering working group of OpenStreetMap. That's my manager, Chandria. She's also part of the legal team, I think. Yes, advisory board. She's part of the OSM advisory board. Simon is part of legal. This is our team who is part of OpenStreetMap Foundation. Financial support. We are also the platinum members of OpenStreetMap Foundation. We have been also funding OpenStreetMap's operational stuff. People usually think TomTom owns MapRule. No, we don't own MapRule. MapRule is being funded. The technical support is being done by TomTom. Youth mappers, again, budget and resource allocation for every event, for every mapping party, we are doing that. Sponsorships as well. And of course, we are also chapter members for Belgium, France, Ghana, Japan, USA, and there are a few more as well. We would also be happy to have India chapter membership as well, okay? So if you're interested in learning more, this is our website, this is our webpage, still under development, I would say, but you can still get some updates about our future events globally. So that's all from my side. I think I was in time. Yes. Thank you very much.